This is SIRS Issues Researcher, which is an excellent database for finding sources on current issues, current controversial issues, things that have pro-con stances, and that type of topic. You can use this database like you would any other and do a search using the search box, but the real gold mine in this database is using the topics, the issues that they have already made for you. You can access these through the trending topics, the editor's picks, or the need help choosing a topic at the bottom. These are broken out for you into subject areas that you can find a variety of topics in these. You can also use the all leading issues to see a list of all of them. You can also access this in a list at the top under leading issues. You can find the same topics, the same subject areas there, and find all leading issues. This will take you to a page full of lots of issues. The list goes on and on. It is by default sorted by trending, so the most popular ones will be listed first. You can sort it by last updated or A to Z, so it goes in alphabetical order. You can also use the subject areas to narrow down the list of topics to a particular subject area that you're interested in. For today, we're going to take a look at coronavirus, since that is a popular topic in the world today. And we'll take a look at what you get when you use one of the topics that they have pre-made for you. You begin with a full summary or a partial summary. You can read the full summary by clicking on Read Full Summary. It's not a large summary, so it's a quick read. You also get a question about the topic. In this case, was the global spread of coronavirus inevitable? 2 viewpoints, one pro, one con. In a way, this one, viewpoint 1, the coronavirus pandemic could have been less deadly if better precautionary measures had been taken, and resources that back that up. And then on the viewpoint 2 is going to be opposing viewpoint 1 due to the highly mobile nature of the modern world and our interactions with animals. The coronavirus would have become a pandemic regardless of preparedness. And again, resources that will back that up. So if that is the question that you're looking at, you've got some pre-made sources right there available for you. We're going to come back and look at this Find More Sources for Coronavirus in just a second, because that's the big thing that we want to look at. But I want to show you what else is available on this page. There is a research guide for the critical thinker that will help you help guide you through the often challenging research process. So that can be useful to you. You can get it as a PDF or as a document or Word document. That can be useful for you. There's some critical questions that you can think about, a little cartoon. The coronavirus timeline, and you'll get this, not a coronavirus timeline, but a timeline of the topic for each of the topics. Some of them go way back, depending on when the topic would begin. This one just goes back to 2019. And then you can view the full timeline. We'll give you more of the timeline. In most cases, it's going to give you a lot more. So you can see it's got a lot more to it. And then at the very bottom, we've got related issues. So in this case, related to the coronavirus, of course, is epidemics, healthcare reform, bailout, and unemployment. And those all in some way are related to the topic of the coronavirus. And if you think about it, you can see how each one of them would be related. So let's go back up to our Find More Sources for Coronavirus. This is where you're going to find the bulk of your sources that have to do with coronavirus. So if you click on this, you're going to get a list, and it's going to start out listing them all in a row of three. This one has 3,842 results for coronavirus. It starts out with the page that we were just on, so you don't need to use that first one. But then everything else is here just in a list and pages that go on. You can narrow this down by the source type. We've got newspapers, magazines, images, web resources that you don't find in most databases, or government resources are also not found in most of the databases that we have. Scholarly journals and other sources. So you can look at each of those independently. If you click on it, if you wanted to see what web resources this has, you can click on that, and it's just going to give you the 15 results for web resources dealing with coronavirus. If you click on the X next to that, you'll get back to the full list. So you can look at the different ones. You can also limit to primary sources if you need primary sources. You can also look at specific date. We can limit it to the last 30 days, the last 12 months, a custom date range. In a lot of your topics, this will be helpful because it will go back a lot farther than the coronavirus will. Most of your coronavirus resources are going to be within the last year because that's when this has happened. But you could look within the last 30 days if you want the really, really up to date. Or you could even do within the last week and see what's been published in the last week by using the dates, the from and to. And it gives you a nice calendar that you can use. So you can use, limit it by your date. So once you find something that looks like you want to look at it, we'll just take a look here at this first one. You click on the title, will take you to the article itself. You can read it right there on the screen. There's a few things that you can do with it. You can listen to it if you'd like to listen to it read. You just click on listen and it's going to read it to you. You can read related documents, things that are related to this. Down at the bottom, I believe there's related subjects. Yes, we've got related subjects. So if you find an article that is spot on what you're looking for, you can look at the related subjects to see what those are, and you can find other articles that have to do with that. Likely coronavirus, of course, is going to be in this. COVID-19, the disease, is going to be in this. Will probably be in all the articles in this topic, but you may find something else that fits what you're looking for. Then up at the top, some of the other things that you can do to use this document, you can save it to the cloud, to a Google Drive or OneDrive if you've got those. You can cite, and let's take a look a little bit more closely at this. You can cite an MLA, and you can copy. This is a little bit cut off, but you can copy it, it'll copy it for you, and then you can paste it. And you'll want to check these against our citation guides, and especially you want to check APA because this is APA 6th edition. You can see APA 6, and we're currently on APA 7th edition, so this is out of date. So you'll definitely want to check this against our citation guides to see what you need to fix. I can tell you right off the top of my head, it no longer uses retrieved from, so you need to remove that, but you need to double check the rest of it to see if there's anything else you need to change. But those are a good way to get started, so you don't have to copy all of that, or you don't have to type all of that from scratch. You can copy it and paste it and then do some fixing instead of typing it all from scratch. So we've got APA and MLA. Those are the two most common ones that you're going to use here at Northeast State. So you've got those. You can also print this article if you want to have a copy of it in print form, or you can email it to yourself. And that way you can have a copy of it digitally. if you email it, it just sends a copy of this in the body of the text. It does not send a PDF. So you can't download it or save it like that as you can with some of the other databases. You just have the copy in the email. But it is a way to have a copy of that for yourself, and it does have a link to the article in the email as well if you need to get back for the citation. But that is the basics of SIRS. If you have any questions about it or need help using it, don't hesitate to contact a librarian. We're here to help you, and we'll be happy to give you any assistance you need. Thank you.